This is me as a med school intern. I have had 5 years of exams in med school, and this is how I used my health for maximum mental and physical output, but in this case, especially maximum mental output. Like, just imagine you have two factories, right? Two car factories, and you have to choose in which car factory you invest. First car factory gets like steel components, gets machinery, and gets enough workers to make the perfect car. Second car factory gets wood, gets like two, three workers, and gets paper to make cars. Like, in which car factory would you invest? In which car factory would you have your cars made? Now, you're probably treating your own body as factory too, as a factory who gets only like wood and paper, etc. Although everyone in the right mind would choose factory number one. It's so crazy, but you personally, I would bet on it that you're treating your own body like car factory too. And you have the mental output of car factory too as well. So in this video I will teach you how to become car factory one, but enough with the analogy. Your mental state slash output is not something you can like just let me be more productive, let me change how I think and then my mental output will be higher. No, it's a combination of habits, of certain tricks, of mental mindsets, but especially health related habits in order to get premium focus, premium energy for the best mental output for like big tasks such as exams or manager function or anything which requires hard and deep work. But why should you listen to me? Like I said, I'm in my 5th year of med school internships right now. I'm combining my med school internships with this YouTube channel, with the gym, some martial arts, and even playing violin. And how do you think I treat my body? Like factory one or factory two? I have had multiple years of experience, and I have almost everything figured out on how to get to your optimal mental output. So I will give you the best biohacking, we call it biohacking advice, to get yourself in an optimal output. So leave a like. That would absolutely make my day, especially as a beginner YouTube channel, and let's get right into it. So your day starts with quality sleep. If you have had bad sleep, your entire day will be downgraded. Like, you can do everything right in your day. You can wake up at a good time, eat the best things, have the best mindset, and everything on its own. But if your sleep was bad, everything will be downgraded. So sleep is probably one of the most important things. And I know you can imagine that. Like, just try to study for 8 hours when you only had about 5 to 6 hours of sleep. It's not really possible. For some it is, but then it could be better. The mental output could be better, because some say, I can study with only 5 to 6 hours of sleep. But then it's like, okay, but how much do you actually remember? Like, if you could only compare yourself with the same studying, but with like 8 hours of good sleep, it would be a tremendous amount of difference. Water break. So wake up and go to sleep at the same time. If you're in like the spirit of hard work, the spirit of, like, for example, exams, of a new project at work which takes a lot of work, you have to follow your circadian rhythm. That's a fancy word to say that your body is just a clock, and you can tell your body when it's nighttime and when it's daytime. Like, you don't just like fall asleep. Every cell in your body, and especially your brain, there's hundreds of different things going on when you're falling asleep or when you're waking up. And by going to sleep and waking up every day at the same time, your brain will know, ah yeah, it's okay, we have to prepare to go to sleep. Yeah, and then you'll get asleep much faster, instead of when day one you go to sleep at this hour and then that day you go to sleep at that hour and your brain will be all confused. Your brain won't know, like, wait, but yesterday we went at bed at this hour and now we're staying like up late, and your productivity goes down, and then the day after you can't get to sleep early anymore. So wake up, go to sleep at the same time. No blue lights or other bright lights an hour before going to bed. Blue lights or bright lights mimic the sun a bit. So if you expose yourself to blue or bright lights before going to sleep, like few hours before going to sleep, it's the same thing. Your inner clock gets confused, your brain gets confused, because your brain thinks, like, we have the brain of a caveman. You have to remember that. Up until, like, what is it, 30, 40 years ago, we didn't have like these bright blue lights. So our brain is not evolved for that. So if you expose yourself to those bright lights, your brain will think that the sun is rising. Your brain will think like, damn, what are all these lights? Is the sun getting up or something? Like, we have to wake up, or do we have to go to sleep? Again, your brain will be all confused and your sleep will be worse. Go outside during the day. It's the same with the circadian rhythm. If you go outside during the day, you will see the sun and your brain will get more input on the time of day. If it's like bright light, your brain will know, oh, it's like midday, and then the light goes down with the sun, the evening lights, the evening red, orange lights, and your brain will again know, oh, it's almost evening, it's almost time to go to sleep, and your brain will start preparing itself to go to sleep. Also, no caffeine 8 to 10 hours before going to bed. Caffeine is like a wonder drug for productivity, but it impacts your sleep. It accumulates very, very quickly. And I will leave this decision more to you as personally, because I know some people who drink a lot of caffeine and still sleep very well. But I think many people underestimate the effects of caffeine and how long it stays in their body. Especially like if you drink it 10 hours before going to sleep. Like, imagine you go to sleep at, what is it, 10 p.m. and you drink your fourth coffee at like 3 p.m. It's only 7 hours difference. It will still be there, some caffeine, and it will affect your sleep, especially your deep sleep, which is the most important. And so you will be less well rested the next day. So, second, and this is like, I think by far the most important step in upgrading your productivity to a maximum state. Like, everyone does this. Like, the top performers all say this, all do these things, and it's probably the best thing I've ever done myself. And it is to detach from sugar and get in a fasting state for your most productive hours. So, when do you most easily get into a fasting state? Obviously, in the morning, because you haven't eaten at night, I hope, and then you wake up and then you're naturally fasted. But the biggest scam in history is that you must eat breakfast, which is total bullshit, of course. So get into a fasting state in the morning. Don't eat anything, only water and black coffee. Like, when I say, yeah, in a fasting state, you might think like, oh yeah, okay, I won't eat anything, but then put some sugar in your coffee. No, black coffee and water. That's it. Water. Sugar crashes your body, and it releases sugar and carbs. Carbs as well. Carbs is like just a decent word for sugar. Carbs are like sugar molecules stuck together in a chemical form. It's like just sugar in a row, and we call it carbs. But when you hear carbs, think about sugar. It does the same with your body. It releases serotonin in your brain, and serotonin is like a more sleepy kind of molecule. It's like the relaxed, sleepy kind, like just laying down and relaxing and doing nothing. And you don't want that for when you have to do like your biggest task of the day. No, just get into a fasting state, because food takes energy away from your brain as well. Like food, it literally takes blood from everywhere else in your body. It focuses blood on your intestines, on your gastrointestines to how do you call it? Verteren, we call it in Dutch, but yeah, to just work with the food. It literally takes blood from your brain and from other areas of your body what is the word? I will have it up on screen. Also, fasting gives you more of like adrenaline. It doesn't, when we hear adrenaline, we think of adrenaline and just a high kick and high state, but it shifts more like just a light extra bit of adrenaline in a fasting state, which makes you more active, which makes you more present, which makes you more focused. Focus is the best word to describe it. By the way, if you want my full personal protocol, step by step, week by week, on how to completely change your health, energy, and drive around, first look in the description. I will personally help you. So, back to fasting. In the beginning, it is difficult because your body is still used to sugar. You will have a sugar crash first few days, and you will feel a bit less focused, because your sugar crashes and your body is like, oh, we need sugar. Sugar is still an energy source. And when you have less sugar in your body for a few days, your body will say like, okay, yeah, fuck this. We have to switch to another energy source. And your body will then make ketones out of fat and other chemical reactions to have another energy source. And that other energy source is way more reliable. It's like up here from energy level. Whereas sugar energy levels is like this. It's like no sugar or high sugar, and then a crash lower and then a bit higher, and just like this, and again a crash. Whereas on a keto diet or like just a fasting state, when you're not used to much sugar or carbs, your energy levels are constantly high with little to no fluctuations. So you want to achieve that. In the first period, where you go from like when you're used to high sugars and sugar dips, etc., and then you want to go to the other state, you will feel a dip of a few days. You can try to bridge that period with extra caffeine, with extra black coffee, but just keep in mind, not too much, because it will affect your sleep. But caffeine is a super drug for productivity, let's be honest. So you can try to bridge that period. So, little recap. Morning, you don't eat anything, you wake up early, you can do all of your hard work in a fasting state. And if you want to just keep working again after lunch and noon, I would recommend a high protein, light carb meal for lunch, and then do another work session. Next up, I told already, the last thing was one of the most important things for your productivity, and I saw like my new point, and I think it's as the same level of importance. It's one of those things that can change your life around. If you control this, if you control this, you're better than 99.9% of the population. Even I don't control this fully. If you have control of this, and I'm busy with getting to an optimal state of this, and it is to rewire your dopamine system. What is dopamine? Okay, let's get Mathschool lesson 101. What is dopamine? I will literally read what I write here. Your dopamine system is a pleasure-seeking system, but especially in reducing pain. Like, it's trying to reduce the pain of cravings. Your dopamine, it is difficult to explain, but your dopamine seeks pleasure. Your dopamine system was evolved to release dopamine in your brain when you're doing certain things, like when you're having sex, when you're eating foods, when you're doing other things. beneficial for evolution, yeah, like obviously sex, food, etc., your brain will release dopamine. It's like a pleasure hormone. It's like, I want more of this. I need more of this. But our dopamine system is hacked in this modern world. We get the most cheapest, easiest dopamine from like short form content, movies, like just porn. Doing anything unproductive gives us quick and easy dopamine boost, and we constantly want more of that. We want more of that. It's easy and it's quick dopamine, and it keeps us down from doing actual hard work and getting dopamine in the long run. Getting, yeah, how do we say it? It's like short-term gratification and long-term gratification. We get all of our dopamine right now because of our phones, etc., and all those hits that we constantly get. So yeah, it's way more difficult to concentrate on hard and longer tasks. So what should you do? And it's like some kind of bro science in sense of, it's a term the internet kind of invented, but it's a dopamine detox. Like, you don't literally detox dopamine and get rid of your dopamine. Dopamine is a neurotransmitter. We all have it. We still need it. Otherwise, you would literally get schizophrenic. But it's like a detox of quick dopamine hits. You detox from short form content, from video games, from TV, from porn, from anything that might give you that instant pleasure. And you'll feel like some cravings for instant pleasure. You'll feel like you're bored, but you're like kind of agitated at the same time, just for like a week. And if you then get at the same time into a hard working flow, your brain will switch and you will get that dopamine from hard work. And that's when you truly get results. Imagine if you get the same cravings and dopamine hits from actual hard fucking work and just being productive. Imagine getting the same dopamine hits from being super productive all day as you would get from like an hour of scrolling. But after an hour of scrolling, your dopamine is completely depleted and you're just like brain rot. Anyways, side rant. So yeah, you should replace your dopamine hits with more difficult hard work tasks like your productivity tasks, your studying, your managing function, some kind of things at work, making money, anything but quick and cheap dopamine. By the way, if you want my full protocol, it's like in the first 2 weeks of my protocol, I discuss a full dopamine detox on how and exactly what you can expect, and tips and tricks. First link in the description. Some action steps, like these are some actual pro tips for productivity and dopamine detoxing as well, is to don't open your phone until 12 p.m. to 3 p.m. Like around that time, don't open your phone. That was one of my biggest productivity tricks in my med school exams, actually. I would wake up at what is it, 8 a.m. and I'd have my alarm clock on my phone. I'd just put it off, put my phone away. I would have it in airplane mode, and I'd just put it away. It would be, I would turn it off, actually, not just like click off, but actually turning it off, put it away, and I'd just be productive. And I'd only open my phone. I have lunch around 12 to 1 p.m. and then I'd open my phone at like 3 p.m. and I would have the most productive period of my day, and it was crazy how productive I was, because you actually underestimate. And I was the same. I thought yeah, my phone, just like scrolling for 5 minutes, it doesn't affect me that much. It's crazy, like just like 2 minutes of scrolling, or some short form content, or whatever, or just texting, it completely gets you out of a workflow. So just try it once. Just try it once, and it will be your biggest revelations when it comes to productivity. Just put your phone away and just open it whenever in the afternoon. Second tip is, like I already said, be okay with feeling like down and a bit not anxious, but like just some craving for a few days when you start the dopamine detox. That's normal. Just think to yourself that it's working. It's a sign that it's working. It's a sign that you're doing good. Whenever things get hard, think like, yes, it's working. I'm finally changing. Try to actively enjoy detoxing from yourself and try to acknowledge how good you're doing. And that will release also some hormones, etc. But yeah, let's not get too difficult with it. So these were all my these were my best tips. Honestly, these were the things that got me through my exam periods. Again, leave a like and subscribe if you're new to this channel. And thank you for watching. See you soon.